2018 to the 2026 season. And up next, we'll see Drake London. He's putting together one of the better seasons in league history. It's the Jags and the Niners. All that and more coming up next on EA Sports.
EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to the Sunshine State at TIAA Bank Field here in Jacksonville. Get strapped in. It's just about time to get the party started. And off we go from Jacksonville. So here's the first drive now for the Jags. They're led by the #1 overall pick in the 2021 draft, Trevor Lawrence.
And you and I both know that any win is a good win. And that's what they did last week. But there's also plenty for him to work on in his game, wasn't there?
Yeah.
2 touchdowns, an interception. Yeah, you know, he wants to increase that a little bit in terms of ratio. But first and foremost, they did win the game.
Going to the air right away, Lawrence. This one complete to Christian Kirk. And they'll get it all the way up about 5 yards shy of midfield. Just like that, a pickup of 20 on their first play from scrimmage. The big play to start him out. Has him at the 45 already. Lawrence. And one more time, here's Kirk. And this will be good for a pickup of 9 to the 46. They run for the first time with James Cook. Able to get the 1 yard he needed, but nothing more. The Jaguars at 14-2 heading into this final week. They've gone a full couple of months now since their last loss. Winners of 8 in a row.
And we always talk about how a team has to play complementary football in order to really be a good squad. But I think in this league, if your offense isn't playing really well as this one is, you're not going to run off this kind of a streak.
Meanwhile, Lawrence's throw here taken in as he's able to find Goddard. And he takes this just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out. On 1st and 10, it's Robinson. And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the first down run. He gets maybe 3. 3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. From the gun, it's Lawrence. And completes it to Kirk over the middle. And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4. Third catch for him on this drive alone, and it'll give him a first down. Now Lawrence. And he will get this into the end zone for a Jaguar touchdown. Trevor Lawrence taking it in from 4 yards out. And the Jaguars are on the board first here this afternoon. Extra point by York is up and good. And it's now a 7-0 game. York ready, and here we go as he sends this one away. From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And the decision to come out of the end zone is going to cost him 5 yards as he's taken down right at the 20. So here's the first drive now for the 49ers. They'll be led out by the former #3 overall pick back in 2021. It's Trey Lance.
And he's had a great season so far throwing the football. Very likely could go over 4,000 yards with a good performance here. And even in the age of passing first, that is no small accomplishment.
And this defense feeling the encouragement. They stop him at the line of scrimmage on the first play of the afternoon. The stop for no gain brings up 2nd and 10 from the 20. And that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield. It's a loss of 4. Now 3rd down. Not an easy spot here. They'll be in search of 13 yards to try to pick up the first. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And that's going to be incomplete. The contact there enough to jar that ball free. And it brings up 4th down. And last week in the loss, 5 punts as he gets this one away. Fielded at the 33. A good return there, 17 yards. And this offense will take over right at the midfield stripe with a 1st and 10. They've got good starting field position as they come up here 1st and 10 right at the 50-yard line. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up. The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Now Lawrence to throw. Out to the left there and complete to the tight end Goddard. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. That good for 21 yards on the catch and run. On 1st down, Lawrence. And hauled in here by Rivera. And he'll be marked down right at the 20-yard line. Lawrence with the handoff to Robinson. And they'll bring him down at the 13-yard line. 7 yards there and a 1st down.
Yeah, once more, strong running, excellent blocking at the point of attack. They've got a nice little drive brewing right here.
Back to Robinson now on 1st down. Down to the 6-yard line on a pickup of 6 as he gets halfway to the goal line. 6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4. Now Lawrence. Got his man. It's caught. Touchdown, Jaguars. Drake London. Touchdown number 22 on the season. And the Jaguars lead this now 13-0 here in the opening quarter of the ball game. Extra point by York is up and good. And that'll make the score 14-0. York ready, and here we go as he sends this one away. This fielded right at the goal line. And some good special teams coverage as they bring him down just outside of the 15. Back out there comes the 49ers offense ready for their 2nd drive. As the season winds down and you look at them in totality, you know, the offense has struggled. The defense has been pretty good, so I would imagine the changes this offseason may be more on the offensive side of the ball.
And this is where we always hear the term complementary football, because as you noted, the defense has played well enough for them to win games, and the offense has held them back. So they've got to reward that defense by improving on offense. I don't know if you make a change of quarterback, running back, tight end, it doesn't matter. Get better players, better system, so they can play to the standards of the defense, and the win column will result.
Throwing his Lance on 3rd down. And it's going to be incomplete. He was able to catch it down the right sideline. But out of bounds, says the line judge. And it's going to bring up 4th down. So they're forced to punt on 4th as this one's away. And it's fielded at the 34. It's a net of 40 there. A punt of 48 and a return of 8. And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. Lawrence bringing the Jaguars up 1st and 10 at their own 42. Here's Lawrence. Oh, he was hit as he threw it there, and that one winds up incomplete. Ball on the 42 as they come up 2nd and 10. Cook up the gut. And not much there at all. Maybe a yard up to the 43.
Well, that's a good start to this drive on the defensive side of the ball.
Force the incompletion on 1st down. Then you're able to shut down the running play on 2nd.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised now. A little bit of pressure going at the quarterback in the expected passing situation.
Now on 3rd down, that pass knocked down in the backfield and incomplete. He was called on 3 times in the win last week as his first one here's away. They call it 38 yards on the punt, no return. And the 49ers will take over deep in their own territory. On 1st and 10, here's Lance. And this is taken in by Darnell Mooney. So the completion good for 6 yards. And it'll be 2nd down. Lance now to throw. Man open, that's Deebo Samuel. And he'll be brought down right at the 30 here. 14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports. The 49ers with the football here to begin the second quarter, as they've got it with a 1st and 10. Lance looking to throw it. That's caught downfield by Kittle. And he's taken down right at the 45-yard line. A good pickup there, 26 yards. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Again, they'll throw it with Lance. He'll find Henderson there. It's complete. And he'll be marked down at about the 26-yard line.
Well, these guys have definitely been outplayed in the first half, but I like their countenance. I like the way that they're having panicked out there, the way they're carrying themselves. They're starting to move the ball, and what you have to do, maintain your poise and start to put together some drives.
And he'll take this beyond the line of scrimmage as he slides to a hole. 2nd down and 7. Up the middle they go. Morrison. And he'll get a couple here down to the 22. Play number 7 now coming up on the drive. 3rd and 5. Here's Lance. Flushed out right. And he works his way past the line of scrimmage and then slides to a hole. The kick by McManus is good, and they will get themselves on the board here at 14-3. So that kick gives them their first points of the game, CD, and it comes on the 3rd drive, but hopefully for them that's a spark that gets that offense going.
Yeah, and I would say if you're the offensive play caller, as you look at your sheet, you're trying to find that part on there that unlocks bigger points. They've struggled with a few drives so far, finally got 3 out of it. How do you find the end zone? That's what he's searching for now.
Lawrence bringing the Jaguars up, 1st and 10 at their own 22. And that is caught on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. The throw took him a little too far. It's 2nd down. 2nd and 10. Here's Lawrence again. Open man is Kirk, complete. And they're able to get this one across the 35.
And that's a more than acceptable read right there because it's zone coverage, so timing is everything. This time he waits for his man to come open, puts it right on him, and they pick up a 1st down.
Yeah, that's good for a gain of 6, and that's going to bring up 2nd down. Solid catch there for a man who's been so brilliant this year. Worth pointing out, as we were talking about earlier, there has never in the 60-year history of the award been a pass catcher, tight end, or wide receiver that has taken home the MVP trophy.
And the best receivers I've talked with, they know that stat, and it drives them crazy because they understand that without a quarterback, they don't make the plays that they make. They also don't feel like they get enough credit for bailing out some of the throws the quarterbacks make.
Absolutely. It takes 2 to tango. Lawrence finding Kirk there for the Jaguar 1st. They go play action now. Lawrence. He'll buy some time right. Hitting London coming across the field. Yeah, he will go out right near the 35-yard line. 14. Kyle Shanahan doesn't care much for that last call. So the challenge there does not go their way. This will indeed remain a completed pass. Robinson, he'll try the left side. And some room to roll now. And he doesn't quite make it, taking it within an eyelash. Dropped at the 1. 55 rushing yards, rushing for it here as he starts to draw closer to a 1,000-yard campaign. Robinson is in. Touchdown, Jacksonville. So 3 drives, 3 touchdowns, and they're a PAT from going up 21-3.
And there's no doubt in my mind, you're liking what you're seeing so far, aren't you?
They're unbelievable. Yeah. Like a well-oiled machine, if you will.
What's really tough, though, that defense, they're leaping the shadows at this point. They don't know which way to go. They're being hit in every direction and have no answers thus far.
Thanks for going by York is up and good. And the lead is up to 18 now. New York ready, and here we go as he sends this one away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. And now this offense comes back out onto the field. And this, let's face it, an important drive if they're going to get back into this ballgame.
Think about going into the locker room down 21-10 as opposed to 21-3. 21-10, a little more optimism, a little more bounce around the locker room, a little more discussion about how they're going to finish this thing off. 21-3, I think discouragement clouds that locker room.
Yeah, and I think a touchdown much bigger than a field goal on this drive just to get into the end zone and get that momentum. And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27. This offense on third down today, 0 for 3 to this point. They could use a conversion. This is 3rd and 8. Here's Lance to throw it. And he'll take this beyond the line of scrimmage as he slides to it. Gillikin on the punt now on 4th down. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. 35 yards that time on the punt. And they will take over 1st and 10. The Jags and running back James Robinson ready to go on offense. Now looky there. He's getting close to 1,000. I'm sure he knows where he stands. I bet if the offensive line didn't know, he made sure they knew. I'm closing in, guys. Final week of the season.
You know who really informed the offensive line? The offensive line coach.
Okay.
Because it's a big deal for his unit as well to be able to say, hey, we escorted guys to 1,000 yards or more in a season, just like blocking for a 3,000-yard or 4,000-yard passer. So it's a lot of pride on the line, and his pride is paramount because he wants to be able to join that pantheon of guys that in the NFL ran for 1,000 yards or more in a season.
Pride on the line. I see what you did there.
You like that?
And he'll be brought down at the 34, well short of the first down marker. And the Jaguars send out their punter as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. This will be fielded at the 17. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 30. A nice punt, but a good run back as well, 13 yards. And the Niners will go on offense. 1st and 10. Throwing on 1st down is Lance. That's complete to Mooney. And he gets this to the 35. Good for a gain of 5. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. 2nd down and 5. Now Lance. There's Mooney with another catch. That one a 1st down pickup of 8. Now you've got to hustle your guys to the line and get them set. Lance now on 1st down. That's going to be caught by Samuel. And he's going to be taken down. Plus, there's a penalty flag in the backfield. They may get 15 more on top of this.
As a quarterback, you got to be cautious. You got to understand where the pressure is going to come from. This time, it's a cornerback coming after it. And this time, the cornerback just a bit late getting to him. The penalty assessed.
Taking a shot for Samuel. And his throw's going to be incomplete. An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. From the gun, it's Lance. Over the middle, complete to Samuel. A pickup of about 3 yards as he's taken down at the 31. They need to get this to the 24 on 3rd down. Lance going to throw. Buying time to his left. Throw across his body, and it's intercepted. And the Jagsons are going to take over at their own 28-yard line.
Partner, I think this will win a ride very simply because he overestimated his arm strength and his ability to fit it anywhere he wants to. A lot of quarterbacks do that and often pay the price.
The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive. And now consider the lead. The question is, how much is good enough? Are you going for more?
It's the NFL. There's never enough, I believe, because they get reeled in all the time when you sit on the ball. I think that they will try and move the ball downfield, try and squeeze a few more points out of this first half. They'll be careful. They'll be a little bit cautious at times, but also they will attack downfield and try and get in position for at least 3 points.
And he'll be dropped just shy of the 35 at the 34. A pickup of 17 on a play that originated at the 17. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on 1st down. He finds his man complete. That's Rivera. The Jaguars going to go ahead and use their first timeout as they'll stop the clock with 24 seconds to go in this first half. 2nd and 4. And to throw again is Lawrence. He finds Rivera. And they do get him down, but not before he's able to slip it inside the 5-yard line. Now another timeout called for by the offense. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. A chance to really cap off a big first half here as they come up on 1st and goal. They'll run with Robinson. And the hole closes quickly here. He can fight only to about the 4. Now a timeout signaled for, and they'll get it with 10 seconds to go before halftime. On 2nd and goal, Lawrence. And he just chucked that one out of bounds, out of everyone's reach. Maybe a wise call not to take a sack in this part of the field. It brings up 3rd down. A chance to really put this game out of reach. Here's 3rd and goal. And he takes it in. Touchdown, Jacksonville. Trevor Lawrence, as time expires in the first half. And the Jags will extend their lead here just before halftime. York now for the extra point. And they open the lead up now to 25 points. So we've come to halftime after a very one-sided beginning to this one. As we send you a couple hours south of here to Orlando, that's where we check in with a coach and our only 2 quarters of football left in the regular season. Everybody's excited to get to the playoffs, so excited that we're just going to skip right over halftime and get back to the action. Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gordon. Taken at the goal line. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28. The 49er offense coming back out onto the field, and we're going to give you a look at the playoff picture now into the weekend in the NFC. And it's all come down to this, hasn't it? Final week of the regular season. As this year's playoffs play out anything like the regular season has gone, could be in for a wild and fun month of January.
And we can break the rules because we can look ahead. All right, there's not a coach out there that's ever said to their team, all right, let's look three weeks down the road. It's always right here, right now. Forget that. Think about what the playoffs are going to look like. The teams that we see that are already in, the teams that are trying to get in, we could have some great matchups.
Lance now on 1st down. And he can't find anywhere to go with it. And he goes down. Caleb Chason showing his strength and quickness there. A loss of 4. And Lance again going to keep it. And he's across the 40. 3 extra yards to the 43. And the Jags have 5 in the secondary here on 3rd down. Throwing now is Lance. Out to his left. Finding Sterling Shepard for his first catch. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Jaguars' 41-yard line. Henderson running straight ahead. And he'll bring this one inside the 35. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3. Now a handoff up the middle. It's Morrison, and he's able to get it down to the 25-yard line. Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. 1st and 10. Off of play action, here's Lance. Rush coming, and he's taken down. They'll wind up losing 8 on the sack there, and it's 2nd down. CD, so often we talk about quarterbacks holding on to the ball too long. Well, we can't say that there. He had no time to do much of anything. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. They lose 2 on that last play, so things get even tougher. 3rd and long coming up. To throw, it's Lance. And down he goes. That's saved
Brandon, what I remember most about playing with guys who knew how to rush the passer, they would just tell you, just cover people for me, just long enough for me to get there. That's exactly what happened on that play.
And this is going to wind up left. Well struck, but it's no good, and they will remain well behind.
Well, Brandon, anything beyond 50, you start rolling the dice a bit. And once you get up around 57, 58 yards, the chances of making it go down dramatically. And sure enough, this one winds up no good.
And he's got this one across midfield into 49er territory. 62 yards rushing for him now to this point.
Well, no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on first down, that fits the bill.
Lawrence's throw into the hands of Kirk. And he's going to get this one down to the edge of the red zone. 25 yards there on the catch and run. So 1st and 10. And if they score on this drive, might have to start digging in our second half blowout material. Straight ahead, it's Robinson. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
That play wasn't quite as big as the play that preceded it, but still, gotta like the way they're moving the football, partner.
Absolutely. Pretty good room to run on that last play.
Yeah, they didn't get a first down, but still, you'll take runs like that each and every time, won't you?
And the Jaguars are going to be set up with a 1st and goal as good running gets them down to about the 4-yard line. Here's Lawrence. The quick slant caught. Nice job defensively to hold him to 4, and now it's 2nd and goal.
And we've seen him have success earlier on with the ball in his hands because he has to get it in space and make a play kind of a receiver. But that time, they closed on him quickly and held him to a short.
And he will fight his way into the end zone for a touchdown. James Robinson, his 5th rushing touchdown now on the year. And the Jaguars are pouring it on. Extra point by York is up and good. And the lead grows even larger here in the 3rd quarter. York ready, and here we go as he sends this one away. From a yard or 2 deep, here comes a return. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22. San Francisco's offense returns to the field. Well, we haven't exactly been treated to a nail-biter in this one, CD, and if they cannot score here, this one's pretty much all but over.
Are you saying that you feel like people are starting to think about getting out of here, maybe beating the traffic in order to get home or to their final destination?
Yeah, I don't think there's a whole lot of reason to hang around, especially if they can't score here.
Yeah, you're right about that because it has been pretty clear who the better team has been in this one. And in a league that we talk about every game being a one-score game as we go into it, watching this blowout, let's just say it's been unusual.
On 3rd down, it's Morrison. And he's going to get the first down as he covers up after a pretty good shot there. And that one was relatively easy to see. I noticed that from up here.
Yeah, it doesn't take a whole lot, does it? Sometimes you get multiples. What I always love on these offsides is when each side points at the other. Hey, you did it. No, you did it. They deciphered that one correctly.
Oh, what a juke into space. Touchdown, 49ers.
I guess when you look back on it, it was just a matter of time until he popped a big one like that. And, you know, at halftime, you and I discussed it. They'd done a nice job on him in the first half. But there were a couple of occasions where it felt like he might wiggle out of traffic and take it to the house. Finally here in the second half, that got done.
McManus's point after is good. And that will cut this lead down to 25. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And this will not be returned. It's a touchback, and they'll begin at the 25. Now this offense back out and set to go for their next drive. Still well in control of this ball game despite giving up that touchdown a moment ago. Lawrence bringing the Jaguars up 1st and 10. at their own 25-yard line. Beginning this series with a handoff to Cook. He'll be dropped after a gain of about 6 across the 30 to the 31. The last run got 6, now 2nd and 4. A play fake for Robinson. Now Lawrence sliding out of the pocket. Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a first down. Well done. A really nice gain of 25 yards.
Well, I certainly don't want to pile on, but this defense has just not been up to the challenge in this game, and this continues.
Back now in Jacksonville. A lot of happy faces in the crowd at this point as their guys have a big lead here to start quarter number 4. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage on the play back at the 46. They'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
Hey, a lot of points have been scored in this game against them, but tally that one on the side of the defense.
Do you think maybe, possibly, it could be a little bit of a changer for them? Maybe not a game changer, but a little bit of a momentum one that maybe they can string together some pretty good plays and slow them down.
The Jaguars on 3rd down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 9. A throw there, but that's going to wind up incomplete. So on trots the field goal unit, and wow, this is going to be a challenge here. York able to send this one through. They will extend their lead even further. Returns the NFL record is 66 yards. That was 4 shy of that. Only a handful of guys have ever connected from 61 or deeper. He can add his name to the list.
Yeah, more and more guys are trying it. That doesn't mean the success rate has gone up. That is a long kick. Guaranteed, when he turns on his phone after the game, a ton of congratulatory texts will be awaiting him.
And San Francisco gets set to go here. We certainly had a sense coming in here that these guys were in for a tough one on the road. That has been how this ball game has played out. They trail big as we continue on now here in this 4th quarter. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26. The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26. Shotgun now for Lance. He finds his man complete. That's Morrison. And he gets this up to the 34 out of bounds there. So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the first down. Lance to throw on 3rd and 1. Oh, had his hands on it, couldn't bring it in. Pretty symptomatic of how this game's been going. They'll try and run for it. And that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. Kyle Shanahan, an offensive mind, but his guys stopped up short. And the Jags take over in terrific field position. They'll run this one right with Robinson. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down. The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. Robinson with another carry. And he's down into the red zone at the 15 after a gain of 15. 1st and 10. No doubt those are the types of carries they're looking for here, Charles. The lead in the 4th quarter. This is when coaches that have a reliable running game, they breathe a little easier on the sideline.
Yeah, they love the idea that they can take the air out of the football at this point in the game. That means they're really counting on that offensive line, counting on the runners, taking care of the football. Because you're going to tell your quarterback, hey, no time to be a hero. We're not going to throw it here. Just eat up that clock. And if you have the ball, they can't score.
They go play action with Lawrence. They'll roll him out right. And his throw is incomplete. A CD, they're up big, but they're still passing it. I mean, this is an offense that's had a lot of success in this game, and it seems like they're just having fun out there.
And it does feel like there's been a shift out there, doesn't it, partner? Listen, if you're up, you can continue to do what you want to do. It's up to the other team.
And we'll get this into the end zone for a Jaguar touchdown. Trevor Lawrence taking it in from 14 yards out. And the Jaguars have sewn this one up as they add to their lead here in the 4th. The York on now for the extra point. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead. 5 plays there on that drive. as he sends this one away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. San Francisco set to go on offense once more. We said it at halftime that they would need a nearly perfect second half to erase that deficit that they were facing, CD. But unfortunately, the second half has pretty much been a carbon copy of the first.
Yeah, that early lead was almost insurmountable the way their opponent was playing. And partner, they do have some good news, though. This one is getting close to being over, and they can try and hit the reset button starting tomorrow.
From midfield, here's Lance. And this will be caught by Mooney. And he'll be brought down just shy of the 40.
He decided to run a hitch route. It really helped to have a guy who can turn it loose. And, boy, he rifled one in there on that one. Not much run after catch, but it worked really well.
Throwing again on second down, but this time it's incomplete. They tried to throw on second down, unsuccessful. Now it's 3rd and 1.
Here's Lance.
And this throw will be intercepted.
Picked off by Asante Samuel Jr. And the Jaguars are going to have it here at their own 15.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. We find ourselves here in the midst of a one-sided affair. A lot of fill time down the stretch, Mr. Davis.
So we could talk about food because that is something that you and I
we share that.
We enjoy our time at the table. So maybe the best steakhouses in the city, but in all seriousness, the performances that we've seen this year, we've seen a bunch of great ones. And it's going to be hard to parse who's going to win the MVP.
Yeah, it really is.
Is it going to be a runner? Is it going to be a thrower? Can a defender finally win it this season? Those are the things that we can probably discuss.
And collectively, this is about as dominant of a performance as you could have hoped for on both sides of the football.
Might have to put it #1 for what we've seen this season.
And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard.
The last run got 9. That leaves him with 2nd and a yard. Up the middle, it's Cook.
And a good run here as he'll rumble all the way down to the 40-yard line.
11 yards there for Jacksonville and a first down as well. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's Jaguar football here as we welcome you back. And they have just about put this one on ice as they've got it here, 1st and 10.
Robinson up the middle.
And nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it.
This drive is pretty clear. Almost feels like old school fundamentals, doesn't it? Want to impose their will on the defense. What's that, 5 straight runs?
Yeah, 5 straight carries to start this drive. And like you said, the way it's working, they may just stick with it. On second down, Cook. Give him 3 yards, and now they're left needing a conversion here on 3rd and 6.
Well, that's not a run that's going to make any of the highlight tapes, but they've been moving it well all game on the ground. This is another one that keeps them moving forward.
3rd down, here's a run by Cook. And he'll follow his blockers there all the way down to the 23-yard line. 44 yards rushing now on 8 carries for him so far.
All runs on this drive so far. It's 1st and 10.
Sports cars, what's the top gear you can get into? This offense, they certainly were there in this one, huh?
Yeah. Hold up, it ain't easy breaking away or being a great. They slamming the door, I'm jumping the gate. Cause a starving stomach like being punched in the face. And an instrumental was the last time that I ate. Food from all of the base. My A-spoon going, big son told me about the game. 20 years later, know my name? King, crown me, lounge in the back of the spot. Pay homage to an underground peasant, climb to the top. Funny style on elevators could never fade us. I peep data stain anytime they congratulate us. Goggles is worn and bottles is popping. I'm beyond Sanders on haters. This ice bucket dropping over their head with it. Extra the cred with it. You either fight or flight. I ain't one for the ledge living. I do it for the one that died but fed millions. With soul food flowed and stock my bare kitchen. I'm liberated. I drew a play that they ain't illustrated. I make a move they gladly imitate it. I ain't flattered, I'm a dragon to your paper castle. The Alpha and Omega, promise it ain't nothing after. A new beginning. My catalog like James Earl Jones, the ever living. Imagine if I did make beats that's more for killing. Imagine if you come from the south out my city. You probably wouldn't make it, oh yeah, really. I go extra to be great. I go extra for the fam, I go extra for the cake. I got extras on the plate.